Nam 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Ki Jai. Hari Bol Shri Radhe Shri Radhe. Vancha kalpatarubhyashta kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Yashamati from Chicago, welcoming all of you to the mid-morning japa session. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. Let us move to our next part of the session, which is Sri Caitanya Bhagavata. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
हरे कृष्ण यशोमती माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। प्रीति दासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining Mataji every day. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Nitu Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Shri Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much Mataji for joining every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees. Guru Maharaj ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai. This is Shivani from Ashram, Virginia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Shri Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining Mataji every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, this is Kaumudiki Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kaumudiki Dasi Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Shri Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much Mataji for joining every day. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from California. Sorry, from
Hare Krishna, Priti Vilasani Dasi Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga, and all glories to Shri Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining and your services. Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Danvat. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Danvat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirtida Sundari Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Sundari Devi Dasi Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga, and all glories to Shri Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining, and welcome back. We were missing you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Before we start the class, today's quote I would like to read. When the husband is executing his activities very nicely, it is credit not only to the husband himself, but it is a credit to his wife also. Later to Balai, July 21st, 1969. Today we are so fortunate to have Her Grace Shri Vinita Gandharvika Dasi Mataji on the topic of Shri Caitanya Bhagavata Adi Khanda, chapter 9, verse 174 to 186. Sorry. So thank you very much, Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Shri Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for giving your very, very valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on this topic. Now I hand over the call to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Very nice to hear eagerly.
Thank you, Yashwati Mataji, for welcoming everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Priti Vilasni Mataji, Kirtida Mataji, for giving me this opportunity to speak. I'm not qualified at all. I know that I'm not qualified. I'm just coming here to, give my test, what I'm understanding, hearing all these days, Caitanya Bhagavata and Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm trying to, say whatever I understood. Please forgive me if I committed any mistake while I'm trying to purify my heart. I just wanted to start with the prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmlitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jai Pataka Swamin Niti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitai Krupa Pradayine Gaura Kata Dama Daya Nagara Grama Tarini. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today we are doing Caitanya Bhagavata Adi Khanda, chapter 9, verses 174 to 186. So far what we are learning in this past from Monday to Wednesdays, that we are seeing Madhavendra Puri's pastimes, how Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda met together. We have seen that pastime. Who is Madhavendra Puri? Madhavendra Puri is one of the person who gave the seed of ecstasy of the love for Krishna within this material world. That seed later became a big tree, tree as in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now we will see that how we have been seeing that how Madhavendra Puri was having a great special position, and he gave the unique thing to the whole world, that is love of Krishna Prema. And we also saw that how Nityananda started his traveling to the holy places. He went through many places, and then one day it happened that Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda Mahaprabhu had met together, and when they met together, they felt so much ecstasy. They actually first they fainted, and they were so much in ecstasy, and then later they have forgotten who they are, and they were like rolling in the dust. And then here we can also see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always glorified Madhavendra Puri, because Madhavendra Puri was the greatest devotee who is having the highest love of God ahead. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always used to glorify Madhavendra Puri, and we could see that the love that Madhavendra Puri is carrying, he's not only having that within himself, but he is carrying forward it to all of his disciples, like Ishwara Puri, many other people who were seeing this wonderful thing that happening, that like Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri meeting. All the disciples of Madhavendra Puri was watching it, and they were also feeling the same ecstasy. They were also not able to control, seeing that the love that is pouring from Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda Mahaprabhu. They were also like unable to control their cry, and they were crying so much. They were rolling in the dust, and they were the love that is seen in between both of them and all the disciples over there. It was like a flood flowing. And then now we see that how Nityananda Prabhu also was saying that he was traveling everywhere, right? He was saying that, I traveled everywhere, all the holy places, but the love and that I am feeling today by meeting Madhavendra Puri is so high that I have traveled everywhere. I have gotten so much, but then this is so much high than anything else. So that is Nityananda Mahaprabhu was saying that much of love he is getting by just seeing Madhavendra Puri. On the other hand, same thing, Nityananda Mahaprabhu, whatever Nityananda Mahaprabhu is saying, Madhavendra Puri also is feeling the same thing. Both were unable to speak, and their voice was choked up. The hair was standing, and it's like they could not speak anything for some time, and they were like in super ecstasy. And after some time, when they came into consciousness, they were trying to talk more about Krishna. Where is Krishna? Krishna's pastimes. So we'll be seeing in today's verses. Before I just read the verses in translation, just wanted to just give a brief thing what we are going to see today. There are some verses that it said that Madhavendra Puri was seeing the clouds and thinking about Krishna, and they were unable to control themselves by just seeing the cloud, which is in blue color. They were fainting. Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda Mahaprabhu fainted, and they were like just always thinking about Krishna, 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 and days were passing. They couldn't understand when is the day, when is the night, everything, like completely they were immersed in Krishna Leela, always Krishna, Krishna. And it is also said that the talk between Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri, no one could understand. Only Krishna can understand, because those are very transcendental. What they are talking, what's going on in between both of them, it is undescribable. It is only can understand by Krishna himself. Nobody can understand. And also it is said that this situation, this pastime, when it is happening, it is like almost like we see Vaikuntha, because this is such a great pastime where the two transcendental devotees are getting together and sharing their love for Krishna and discussing about Krishna. That was the divine. That was just as if like we are in Vaikuntha when we are hearing, or the devotees who were staying and seeing, witnessing this pastime, they were out of this world. They were in Vaikuntha. And as always, Srila Prabhupada says that it doesn't mean that we need to literally go to holy places or go to Vaikuntha. When the Krishna Katha is going on, when the devotees meet together, that is Vaikuntha. So that's how we see Srila Prabhupada traveling from India to America and giving all of his Krishna consciousness. And wherever he traveled, he traveled with Vrindavan Dham and Mayapur. He took all of his dhams with him and he traveled, right? So we will start from today's verses. We'll read the verses and the translation. 1 second. Okay. Verse number 174. Tata Dina Nityananda Madhavendra Sange Brahmena Shri Krishna Kata Parananda Range. For some days, Nityananda Prabhu traveled with Madhavendra Puri and released discussing topics of Lord Krishna. Madhavendra Katate Adbhuta Katana Mega Dekele Ematra Haya Achetana. The characteristics of Madhavendra Puri are most wonderful. He fell unconscious just by seeing a dark cloud. Ahanisha Krishna Preme Matya Para Praya Hase Kande Hari Haye Haye Kare Haya Haya. Out of love for Krishna, he would day and night laugh, cry, and exclaim, "Hi, hi," almost like a drunkard. Nityananda Mahamatta Govindera Rase Duliya Duliya Pade Atta Atta Hase. Lord Nityananda was intoxicated with loving sentiments for Govinda. He would laugh loudly and sway to and fro with love of God. Next verse. Donara adbhuta bhave deke sishagana niravadi hari bale kare sankirtana. Madhavendra Puri disciples constantly chanted the name of Hari as they observed their extraordinary symptoms of love. रात्रि दीन के नाही जाने प्रेम रसे कथा काल या के कसे nahi vase. The two forget whether it was a day or night in their absorption of ecstatic love, although they remained together for a number of days. Madhavendra Sangeyate Haila Akyana Ke Jane Taha Krishna Chandre Se Pramana. Who can know all the incidents that took place between Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri? Only Krishna knows. Madhavendra Nityananda Chadite na pare Niravadi Nityananda Samhita Vihara. Madhavendra Puri was unable to give up association of Nityananda, so he constantly remained with him. Madhavendra bole prema nadi lakota sei mora sarvatita hena premayata. Madhavendra said, I never seen such ecstatic love. Wherever such love of God is found, that is my favorite holy place. Next verse. I know Krishna has bestowed his mercy on me because he has given me association of Nityananda. Where Nityananda association is found, that place is more sacred and completely transcendental. If one hears the name of Nityananda, he will certainly attain the love of the lotus feet of Krishna, Lord Krishna Chandra. This is the last verse for today. If one has the slightest envy for Lord Nityananda, he is never favored by Krishna, even if he is happened to be a devotee. So these are the verses for today. And let's see what we can understand from these verses. So as we saw that how Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda Mahaprabhu were completely immersed in Krishna's pastime. And as Madhavendra Puri was seeing the dark cloud and he just fainted. Regarding this, I was remembering how one day Radharani was sitting together with Krishna, and one bumblebee is called as Madhu. It was disturbing Radharani. And then Krishna says that, you just make Madhu to go away. And then Gopas will make sure that Madhu goes away, that bumblebee goes away, because it's disturbing Radharani. So by hearing that Madhu is gone, Radharani was feeling so sad. Madhu means Krishna. And Madhu means also a bumblebee. So like here, how Madhavendra Puri was just seeing the cloud, he was remembering Krishna and he's fainted. In the same way here, Radharani was just by hearing the name Madhu has left, which is here, it is referred to be a bumblebee, but then still, Radharani was so immersed. And then she also fainted and she was crying and she fainted. Everybody were trying to bring Radharani to conscious, but then it was not possible. And seeing condition of Radharani, Krishna also got so much in ecstasy. He also started crying. And the parrots, Radharani parrot was saying Krishna, Krishna, and Krishna's parrot was saying Radharani, Radharani. And like this, finally Radharani comes to consciousness. So we can see this love it's kind of the same love that we see in Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri, that how much they were immersed, just by seeing anything around them, they could remember Krishna, right? So the same way, there is another pastime from Caitanya Charitamrita, where one day Haridas Thakur was walking on the road, and then there he sees a snake chamber who is controlling the snake. And what happens is, when he sees this snake chamber who was controlling the snake, and the snake chamber was singing about the glories of Kaliya. And by just hearing the glories of Kaliya, Haridas Thakur was immersed in that Leela, and he was not able to control himself. He was just rolling in the dust, and he was like crying, and so much of ecstasy was seen in Haridas Thakur. And seeing this, all the devotees were trying to come and closer to come to Haridas Thakur and take the dust and that. But then seeing this, there was another person who was not a devotee, but then he just wanted to try to imitate this. But then everybody could understand that he is not the devotee and he is just trying to imitate Haridas Thakur. And then everybody started hitting him with the stick. So this is what, these kind of the ecstatic feelings that Nityananda or Madhavendra Puri, or here we see in this story Haridas Thakur, were not, seen in the ordinary people. It's only seen in the great devotees. Not anybody can feel this ecstasy, and we cannot even imitate these kind of ecstasies that great devotees are having for the Lord. So we saw in the verses like 176 to 185, where Nityananda was behaving like a madman and falling on the ground and displaying all these emotions, right? And also we saw one translation where it says that whenever one who hears about Lord Nityananda, just they get love of Krishna just by hearing about him, just by taking his name, right? We already saw so many times this Nityananda's names, the 12 names, right? that we always recite. I always recite whenever I wake up in the morning. The first thing is I recite the names of Lord Nityananda to get the mercy of Lord. When you recite these names, that we get love of Krishna, because through Nityananda only we can approach Krishna, right? So there is one pastime of Lord Nityananda where he was traveling from place to place, and then he stayed in a one place where they started kirtan to take some rest. They stayed in one place and they started kirtan in that place, and everybody were dancing. And at the same time, when Lord Nityananda saw the kirtan was going on, and when Krishna's name heard, Lord Nityananda could not control himself. He also got up from the place where he's sitting and he started dancing. It is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always in one place. Which is that place? Is like wherever Nityananda is dancing, in that place Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. So here Nityananda Mahaprabhu is dancing, but then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not there over there. But then what happened is, because Nityananda Mahaprabhu was dancing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was at that time in South India Yatra. But then still Lord Nityananda could see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu face to face, but then everybody couldn't see it. Only Nityananda Mahaprabhu could see it. So this is what, wherever Nityananda is there, you can find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Wherever Chaitanya and Nityananda is there, we can find the bliss of Krishna. So now everybody were having such a bliss just by, having both the personalities, and they were chanting, dancing. And then finally what happens is like, Lord Nityananda stops everyone. Now, then he says, everyone, look, everyone, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is here. He's here, just here. But then you all cannot see. I can see it. But then I can say you one thing. You can smell the garland that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is wearing from South India Yatra. So like that, he says, and then everybody could smell that fragrance of flower that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was wearing. And then immediately they all felt so much ecstasy in the separation of Lord Chaitanya. They were dancing like anything, jumping, dancing. And then in that ecstasy, they were all doing Abhishek to Lord Nityananda, who was sitting there personally. And then Nityananda changed his clothes. And then suddenly Nityananda Mahaprabhu went into the other pastimes. He jumped onto the Krishna and Balram pastime. He says that I am Balram, I am Cowherd boy, go get me Kadamba flowers. And then he calls Raghav Pandit, oh Raghav Pandit, go get me Kadamba flowers. And then but Raghav Pandit says, there is no Kadamba flowers in my garden. But then he says, you go and look for it. So then when he says, when Nityananda Mahaprabhu says to Raghav Pandit to go and look for it, say here is a faith on the spiritual master or faith on the Lord that we should have. When Lord is saying something, when Guru is saying something, we need to have a faith. We cannot have a second question. How is this possible? How can the Kadamba flower come here? No, that kind of question, not only about this Kadamba flower, anything that our spiritual master is giving us instructions or giving an order to do something, yes, we have to do it without any second thought in our mind. Just, okay, it's the instruction from Gurudev, let me start, let me get into it. Even though we are not qualified, it doesn't matter. Guru just gives us order. He knows that we will do that. That is why he's giving us. So in the same way, Raghav Pandit had, he just immediately ran to the garden and he saw that there was a lemon tree. And that lemon tree has grown up. There was no more lemons in that. There was all Kadamba flowers. And then they all plucked the flowers and they made the garland, and they have given it to the offering to Nityananda. Like this, all the devotees were dancing, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra continuously, and they were so happy. And Abhiram Das Thakur, who was one of the associate of Lord Nityananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was taking a big bamboo tree and he was playing like a flute and like this. And then suddenly Nityananda Mahaprabhu said, like, it was continuing from many days and like that. And then he said, oh no, this is going forever. Now let's continue our journey. They were moving to over towards the Bengal. Like this kirtan was continuing till they reached there. So this is what, wherever Nityananda is there, wherever Nityananda is there, there is kirtan. And Nityananda's main mission is to carry the glories of Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Bhaja Gauranga, Kaho Gauranga, Lahu Gaurangera Namani, He jana gauranga bhaje se amar prana. So wherever the Lord is there, Nityananda is there, he carries the love of Gauranga. He just says, worship Gauranga, you will reach to Vrindavan, you'll go to straight to Vrindavan. So this is what, just by associating with Lord Nityananda, taking the name of Lord Nityananda, the ecstasy that Lord Nityananda is feeling, we could also feel in our heart by being in association with Lord Nityananda or taking his name from, when we are chanting his name, also that ecstasy and that love for Krishna can be feel within us. So moving on to that verse 1.9.186, that verse talks about the guru, the spiritual master, right? One who does the offense to the spiritual master, even though a great devotee, but then he does not get love of Krishna. There is one small moral story for this to understand. It's like, this is a moral story, it does not have any reference from where it is. Like, it's just a moral story which makes us understand without the guru's order or without the guru's mercy, we can't do anything. So there was one of the guru who was teaching in Gurukul all the Sanskrit mantras and everything. And then there was a boy who wanted to learn all this. And then he goes to Guru and he asks, can I learn? Then Guru says, it takes long time. Are you ready to learn for that long time? And then he says, yes, I am ready. And then he spends for almost 12 years plus, and then he learns everything. After that, like after we learn everything here, we do the recital, right? The performance of our academic study or whatever we study, we do that, present it in front of everyone. So now that this boy is ready to graduate and he wants to move on, so he wants to present what he has learned. So, but then Guru was very busy and this boy could not wait. And then what did Guru said is, okay, you wanted to do your recital, right? You have to go out in the garden and you start your recital. How do it judge is, like whenever you do a mistake, one leaf from the tree falls down. That was the Guru's instruction. Who is the judge? The tree. Tree is going to be the judge, and the leaves which are falling down will be counted as a mistakes that this boy is doing. And Guru is knows everything, right? He is a representative of the Lord and he knows everything. So then what happens? This boy goes and he's also new to this concept of doing his recital or performance of his study. So then he just goes and he starts reciting the first mantra that he says itself, the leaf fall down. And why the leaf fall down, even though he has recited it nicely, the mantras that he learned, because he was not taking his guru's name before he start anything. So he was just trying to finish his work. Okay, I learned it. I have to do my exam. Let's do it. Like that. He's just saying, and leaves started falling. What do we understand from this is, before we do something, we have to remember the Guru and ask his blessings. Through his blessings only, whatever we are doing today, we can be able to do it. Otherwise, it's not possible. So that should be our mood. Otherwise, we cannot progress in our bhakti. And we should not think that Guru to be an ordinary person. He is not an ordinary person. He is the representative of the God who is serving continuously, who can understand us wherever we are. Guru can read our mind. So this is what, right? That's why we see that whenever we do anything, that we recite Srila Prabhupada Pranam Mantra, Guru Pranam Mantra, seeking their blessings, telling them that whatever I am doing, it's not mine, it's all yours, Guru. It is all yours. If that is what our attitude should be. We should not think that, oh, we are doing everything. So no, this is not, should not be our attitude. So this story that teaches us that everything is coming from Guru. We should be always gratitude towards the Guru. And there is one another story where how the Guru's mercy is there. Even the Lord is sometimes angry on us, but then if you are devoted to your Guru can help us. Guru can come and rescue from all the troubles. Even though we do lot of mistakes, Guru is the one who uplifts us from all the mistakes and takes closer to Krishna. There is this pastime of Sri Saranga Thakur. who is one of the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was doing very nice devotional service, and he was reciting in Godrama Dvipa, which is one of the islands of 9 islands. And he was reciting there, and he was a very nice devotee, and he was practicing his Krishna consciousness, and he was instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to initiate and get the disciples and spread the mission. But then he don't wanted to do. He just wanted to stay in one place and practice his own devotion. He don't wanted to accept any disciples. But then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu keeps on telling him. Finally he accepted the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said is, tomorrow morning you go straight. Whoever you see in the morning tomorrow, you have to initiate them. So this Saranga Thakur, who was an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he just woke up in the morning. What do you do in the morning when you go? They usually go to Ganges to take bath, right? So when he went to Ganges to take bath, he saw it was quite dark, because of it is very dark, and he couldn't see what is it. He just saw some body and like some person, and then he initiated him. And surprisingly, it was not a person, it was a dead body. But then being carried the Guru's order, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is telling him to initiate the disciples. So then he carried that order, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order, and then he, even though that person was dead, he came into the life, and he is called as Murari Thakur or Saranga Murari. So then after that, this person has become a great devotee in the mission of Mahaprabhu, and he also assists Saranga Thakur in so many different ways. So this is what having the mercy of the Guru. By having the mercy of Guru, even though if we commit a lot of mistake or something is stopping this, by Guru's intervenes in our life, we can achieve what we could not do, or all the mistakes will be cleared away. Guru will take away all the mistakes and make us a path where we can go forward in our Krishna consciousness, like we saw in this Murari Thakur, where his life was ended, but because of Guru entered into his life again started, where he could continue his journey towards Krishna consciousness and be a part of a mission in this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, right? So then we also see how Nityananda Mahaprabhu is so merciful, right? He is so merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can avoid someone, but then Nityananda Mahaprabhu will never avoid. So there is one pastime to see, to understand this, how Nityananda Mahaprabhu is more merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Kala Krishna Das. He was a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was practicing, but then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very strict sannyasi, and he was up to the standards. Kala Krishna Das does a mistake where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not like him, and he just avoids him. He says, "You cannot continue with me." But then seeing this, his condition, Nityananda Mahaprabhu and other devotees, especially Nityananda Mahaprabhu, takes him, and he says that, you don't worry. I give you a service. You go to Navadvip and say all the pastimes that you have seen of Lord Chaitanya, and also inform Sachi Mata about the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the mercy of Guru, or this is the mercy of Nityananda. Even the Lord himself may be avoiding us, but then Guru comes into our life, we will be seeing magic in our life. That is the greatness of Guru. Only through Guru's mercy, only catching hold of lotus feet of Guru, we can progress in our Krishna consciousness. So we will see some of the Guru Tattvas. What is Guru Tattva? How do we understand who is our spiritual master? We understand that from the scriptures. So what is the role of a guru? Guru role is very, very important in our life, because he is the one who helps us engage in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? The importance of Guru, and the Guru should be our life and soul in our Krishna consciousness. Guru's orders that we, whatever he's giving to us, we should take to our life and soul, and then we progress. Because of that, we can progress in our Krishna consciousness. We see the greatness of Guru as described in many places in different Puranas. The rishis, munis, everybody has described. What is Guru means? Gu means darkness, Ru means rescue. One who rescues us from the darkness, that is the person is called Guru. Why we are in darkness? Because we have forgotten Krishna. We have forgotten Krishna. That is our darkness. That is our disease. That is why we are in disease. We are in disease because we forgot Krishna. How to come out of this disease? By just surrendering to the spiritual master. So we always say, Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. So we say that, oh spiritual master, my eyes is completely blind. Please enlighten my eyes so that I can show me the path of Krishna, so I can progress in my life. So that is the Guru, who is the one who is making us to go forward in our Krishna consciousness. So what are the qualities of Guru? So Guru is the one who is Shrestha, the best among everything. He is only the person who is not having any other thing, only the goal of the Krishna consciousness. That person is called Guru. His main business is just to enlighten everybody in Krishna consciousness, and he always engages himself in Krishna consciousness. Not anybody or anyone can be called as Guru. So Guru is the one who makes us come closer to Krishna, and our forgetfulness is removed through Guru. There are two types of Guru. One is Chaitya Guru as a Paramatma, and he's eternal. And when the external Guru is our Guru who is present, so who can guide us personally. So then, so we see there are many different types of gurus, like Vartama Pradakshaka Guru, the one who is given us the pathway to go further in Krishna consciousness. The other is Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, Chaitya Guru. There are many gurus, but then in ISKCON we have Srila Prabhupada as preeminent Siksha Guru. He is Siksha Guru for all of us. So, and then also it is said that Lord Krishna has given to Arjuna, Arjuna has accepted Krishna as his Guru by saying this, Sishyasteham sadimam prapanna. I surrender unto you. Please, you rule over me. I become your student, Siksha. Krishna had not given any instructions until then. He said that I am accepting you as Guru. So this is what, when you approach Guru, when you say that I want your instruction, Guru is ready to give us instructions. So even Krishna does not interfere as until and unless we surrender to him. Once we surrender to him, he will try to interfere into our life and try to make us go closer to Krishna. Until and unless, okay, you are enjoying, okay, enjoy. In the same way, Guru is also like that. You approach to him with the submissive mood, and then he will give us. Not anybody or anyone can become Guru, as I already said that Evam Raja Rishayo Vidu. It is the disciples section is coming from parampara, like that, from Lord Krishna. It is coming so that it is not broken anywhere. It is not coming just like anyone can come and say I am Guru. No, it is not like that. It should come through disciple line. And so the Guru is the one who is always carrying the bhakti in his heart, and he is fixed in his devotion. He is giving that bhakti to everyone. And it is also said that just by reading the books, I cannot get bhakti, or I will know about Krishna, or I will know everything. No, otherwise, why we need teachers, right? We have books and we can just sit at home and learn everything. No, that is not possible because we want the blessings of Guru. We read the books, but by the blessings of Guru, with the association of devotees, that's when we progress more in our Krishna consciousness. So there is one story of how Guru was testing a disciple continuously, but then disciple was very study in his words of Guru, and then he just was continuing until Guru understands that, I mean, Guru gives his complete mercy. So there was one disciple of a Guru, and who was being called, asked, Guru called him and asked, what did you eat today? Then he said, no, I have to go and beg, then I will eat. Then the Guru said that, oh, how can you eat like that? You have to ask my permission and then eat. And the next day Guru says that, okay, what did you eat? Then he says that, I just took from some fruits, like that. And then next day, like that, continuously like that, every day Guru was asking him, and then he was telling that, I'm eating this, I'm eating that. And finally, he was just being on a little bit of milk. But then that also Guru was saying that, oh, why are you just drinking the cough milk? You could have given that to cough, instead you drink that. Cough gets milk from milk, and it will have its energy. And then finally, he decides he will go and he will eat some the leaf from the forest. And then he goes and eats some leaves, and what happens is his eyes goes blind. And he was and that day he does not come back because his eyes are blind, and he does not come back. So then he asked to Guru Mata, like, what happened, why is he's not there today? Then Guru Mata says he went and he's not coming. And then finally Guru goes in the search of his disciple, and he finds the disciple in the well, and he asks, what happened to you? And then he says that, Guru, you said that you should not eat this, you should not drink milk. So I was searching for the leaves, and then I ate something, the leaf that which makes his eyes blind, and he becomes blind. And then immediately understands that how this disciple was completely surrendered to Guru, and Guru gives his all love, even though he does not have eyes, even though he does not know anything. A person need not know everything, but then you surrender to Guru. Guru will make you understand everything. By just surrendering to Guru, you will cross over everything. All the Vedas will be understood. Everything, the success in our Krishna consciousness being easily achieved by surrendering to Guru. So there are more stories. I'm so sorry today. Everything is stories. Sorry if you're all getting confused. There is one more story where it is understanding how Guru's mercy can, by serving Guru very menial ways, we can get the love of Guru. And this pastime is of Loknath Goswami, whose disappearance was yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. So I just wanted to say the pastime of Narottama Das Thakur, who was doing a very nice service to his Guru, right? He was like how Loknath Goswami was not accepting any disciples for him, and he was a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya, and he got an instruction from Lord Chaitanya, go to Vrindavan and preach. But then he was just like he was doing his own bhajan. He don't wanted to accept anyone. But Narottam Das Thakur took up promise that I will take only initiation from Lokanath Goswami. Then what did he do? Every day he went and he did a menial service to Lokanath Goswami, that wherever he was doing his morning duties, passing his tools, that area he was cleaning. And one day Lokanath Swami was thinking, what happened? Everything is very neat. Why is it not dirt like that? And he hid it, and he saw that Narottam Das was doing this. Immediately Lokanath Swami was crying, seeing that so much of devotion and serving attitude of Narottama Dasa. and then he initiated him. So this is how, when we do the menial service to the Guru gives his blessing, and that way we can progress in our Krishna consciousness. And the same way, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's story also is the same thing, right? He wanted to take initiation from Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, but then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji said, no, I'm not going to initiate anyone. But then, seeing his determination, finally Gaur Kishore Das Babaji gave initiation to him, and then our Srila Prabhupada has taken initiation from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That's how our ISKCON is here today, and today is ISKCON's incorporated day in Newark. It was incorporated in Newark City in 1966, July 21st. So today, whatever we are seeing, it is all because of the mercy of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Srila Prabhupada. So that's the greatness. When we accept Guru, how the magic happened for Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada always says, whatever is success today, it is only my Guru's success. I'm just carrying orders of my Guru. So far we saw the greatness of Guru and what happens if you accept Guru, how much love you get when you serve Guru. But then in the verse 186, it also talks about offenses. One who does offenses to a Guru, what happens to them? Let's see some of these stories for this and understand what happens to them if someone offends a Guru. So here is a story of Indra who offended his spiritual master Brihaspati, right? What happens? One day Indra was having a gathering, and all the demigods were there, and his wife was there. He was, all the Charanas, Gandharvas, everybody was assembled, and he was immersed in the opulence, and he was enjoying in the mood. Brihaspati comes in, walk through there. He does not recognize Brihaspati, and he was immersed in his own world. Immediately what happens? Whatever the Indra had, all the opulence, everything is gone. He was and all demigods were put into the trouble, and they had bring in other person to be as Indra. So this is what happens when we offend that Guru. All the opulences that we have, all the knowledge that we have is completely gone. It's completely gone, and we will not able to progress in our life. So by Indra's pastime, we can understand this. There are many quotes by Srila Prabhupada, where Srila Prabhupada explains what happens when if one offends a Guru. Guru is such a merciful person, right? Even if you offend also, but then if you realize that I did a mistake, when you go in front of Guru, and Guru will take in. But then Krishna will not forgive us that easily. And because of that offense, what all circumstances we will be seeing in our life, we will be seeing from Srila Prabhupada's different lectures, different quotes that I have found online. So one thing is, we were unable to attain success in chanting. We will not be able to attain success in our chanting if one who offends a Guru. So it is appear from the teachings of Lord Kapila, chapter 19. Here it is Srila Prabhupada is saying this. It appears from the talk of Lord Caitanya that a person who cannot keep his faith in the words of spiritual master and who acts independently cannot attain the desired success in chanting Hare Krishna. See what will happen if you don't have faith on spiritual master, if you are trying to offend spiritual master, your chanting cannot be going successfully. You'll be having a problem in chanting your rounds. And what happens next? No devotional service. We'll not have any more devotional service in our life. What is Srila Prabhupada is saying? You should know that without the instruction of the spiritual master, that there is no question of devotional service. Srila Prabhupada's letter on 17th December 1968. I don't know who he has written, but then Srila Prabhupada is saying that once if you try to offend a spiritual master, then you will not have any instructions from him, and then we automatically lose our devotional service. And it is also said that no progress in Krishna consciousness. We will not see any progress in our Krishna consciousness. A spiritual master knows very well how to engage each disciple in a particular duty. But if a disciple thinking himself more advanced than his spiritual master gives up his orders and acts independently, he checks his own spiritual progress. See what happens. What happens is our spiritual progress, our progress in Krishna consciousness stops when you think that you are great than your guru, or you can do anything that you want without even consulting the guru. So this is from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7.72 purport. In that purport, here it is said that if you are trying to act independently, then our spiritual progress is stopped. For the advancement in anything, especially in spiritual life, one must strictly follow the bona fide instructions of teacher. As soon as disciple thinks independently, not caring for the instructions of spiritual master, he is a failure. So that is what happens. As soon as we think that we can do everything by ourselves, oh, I can do this, oh, I can do that, I'm great in this, I am very great, I am the greatest. That's it. Our spiritual progress is gone. Yes, you might be a great. It is coming only through our Guru Parampara. We give our gratitudes to our Guru and all the Parampara. Because of them, whatever I am today, because of them. This should be our attitude. If we try to offend Guru, our path for Krishna consciousness is no more. It is closed. And one more thing here, Srila Prabhupada is saying, no assistance in Krishna consciousness, life after life. Not only this one life, when we offend our Guru, life after life, we don't get any love for Krishna. Out of 10 kinds of offenses, the number one offense is disobeying the order of the spiritual master. The instruction given to the disciples by the spiritual master at the time of initiation should be strictly followed. This defining means this to discontinue the relationship with the spiritual master, and anyone who defies and therefore discontinues the relationship with the spiritual master can hardly expect the assistance of spiritual master life after life. So by disobeying the spiritual master's order, we cannot get the love of spiritual master. If you don't have love for spiritual master, we cannot get the entry into Goloka Vrindavan. Even not only this life after life, we'll be struggling for the love of Krishna. So zero access to Krishna conscious realm. So again, Srila Prabhupada is trying to make us understand how great offense is to offend a spiritual master, which even though you're a greatest devotee, but then if you offend spiritual master, your Krishna consciousness is zero. One who has not pleased the spiritual master cannot have any access in the realm of Krishna consciousness. By misuse of one's independence, at once become a victim of Maya, and thus he loses all his importance in Krishna consciousness. So what happens? Everything is gone, zero. We become a big zero. Whatever you are, after you just think that you are great and you don't have any, you're thinking that you are independent, you are getting everything to do by yourself, then we are going to become zero in Krishna consciousness. So then let's see. Now, as also in the translation, we saw that not only zero in Krishna consciousness, we will be rejected by Krishna. Srila Prabhupada is pointing out that also, rejected by Krishna. Because if that person who is giving shelter, if he is pleased, Krishna is immediately pleased. Because he is reminded by his representatives, he will be accepted. If his disciples, if he is displeased, Krishna's representative, he has also displeases. If Krishna's representative is displeased, Krishna also is displeased, right? So then what happened? Immediately we cannot go into Krishna's realm. And when you are obedient, then when you are obedient to your Guru, Krishna is ready to give out his mercy. And when you are disobeying the order of the Guru, Krishna is very strict to us. Very strict to us. He's not going to make us come too closer to him. He's very, very strict. He will make us understand that what mistake we did, and by devotees' blessings, mercy, somehow, somewhere, it, because that will take us again and make us understand that we did a mistake, and we go ask forgiveness from Guru. Then Krishna will look at us. Okay, what's happening with you? I am there to you. Until and unless we realize that we did a mistake, we offended Guru, and we don't go and forgive Guru, then our Krishna will be rejecting us. Fall down immediately. This devotee just immediately fall down. If you don't follow the instructions of Guru, then you will fall and immediately. That is the way. Otherwise, why you are singing this Yasha Prasada Bhagavat Prasada? It is my duty to satisfy Guru. Otherwise, I am nowhere. So if you prefer to be nowhere here, then you disobey your Guru. But if you want to be steady in your position, then you must have to follow the instructions of Guru. So this is what, once I was hearing Srila Guru Maharaj's lecture, and he was saying that, oh, you want to be a friend of a demon? Just do one thing. Just don't take Krishna's name. That's it. You'll become a friend of demons, and you'll become a friend of Maya, and you'll immediately immersed in this Maya. And sometimes you may feel you're happy, but then that happiness is very small. At the end of the day, again, you will be in misery. Being in Krishna consciousness, even sometimes we may be sad, but that sadness is always like, we have that confidence that we have Krishna with us, and we will never come down. I mean, I will never lose my hope, because I know that Krishna is there with me. But then you are alone in material world, you don't have that hope, and you will be kept alone, and we will be going more and more into sorrow. Being in devotional service, we get that strength from Krishna and Guru and all the devotees who are surrounded with us, and who gives us strength. Okay, don't worry, you'll be okay. This is only being seen in Krishna when you are in devotees. That is what here Srila Prabhupada is said. When you are not doing Yasha Prasade Bhagavat Prasado, Yasha Prasada Bhagavat Prasado, then our life is gone. Krishna consciousness is finished. What will happen? The first offense is that we disobey the order of the Guru. When you disobey the order of the Guru, what happened? That immediately we will lose all our Krishna consciousness. So as soon as one is deviated from the instruction of spiritual master, the uproot of the Bhakti Lata, devotional creeper, begins, and gradually all the leaves dry up. So what happens? The Bhakti Lata beach, that tree, the devotional creeper that we have did all these days, all the nice services, chanting, everything that we did, but just by offending Guru, everything is gone. The tree is dried up, completely gone, and then we will be in darkness. No going back to Godhead. So we will never be able to go back to Godhead if you offend to Guru. So we should be very, very careful that we should never offend Guru and any devotees to that matter. We should never offend any devotee. Vaishnava aparad is greatest offense. Anything that we do, other mistakes, other things, Guru and Krishna are ready to take it. But then Vaishnava aparad is the one where Krishna will never forgive us. He will, we have to suffer again and again. We will never get Krishna's love if we do Vaishnava aparad and Guru aparad. So then there was a conversation between Srila Prabhupada and a gentleman. And this is from the Perfect Question and Answers book, Srila Prabhupada's book, where this person was asking, so how do I please Guru? So then he was saying, Srila Prabhupada was answering, you have to carry out his order. That's all. Guru, God's representative is Guru. He asked you to do this, to do that. If you do that, that is pleasing. Yasha prasadan na gatito pi. Yasha prasadan Bhagavad Prasada. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. If you displease him, then you are nowhere. So this is one of the conversation between Srila Prabhupada and a disciple or a person who is sitting in the conversation room. So this is what we saw. What happens if one who pleases Guru? What happens if one displeases the Guru? And Lord Nityananda, being in association with Lord Nityananda, how much mercy we get. And we all know that Nityananda Mahaprabhu is so merciful. We have seen so many pastimes of Nityananda Mahaprabhu where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has avoided that people, but then Nityananda Mahaprabhu gave the shelter to them, like Chegai and Madai, right? Where they were two drunkards. They were drunk and they were in full intoxication. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said everyone, Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, to go and do door preaching. But then they all given to the Krishna conscious to the good people already. So they wanted to give someone who is not a good person, so that by seeing him, everybody will be changed. So they approached Tega and Madai. And then what happened? They were drunk up, and then they hit Nityananda Mahaprabhu. And Haridas Thakur goes and says to this to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu releases Sudarshan Chakra. But then Nityananda Mahaprabhu says that please forgive them, please forgive them. By then when Nityananda Mahaprabhu says that please forgive him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forgives. But then he says, go and ask forgiveness from Nityananda Mahaprabhu. Then I can forgive you. Otherwise, I cannot forgive. Then they go and ask forgiveness from Nityananda Mahaprabhu. That's how they get the mercy of Krishna. So this is the glory of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda has many pastimes. How Nityananda as a child, he was playing many different pastimes, right? We saw so many pastimes, but how always Nityananda was observed in Krishna Leela. He was doing Krishna pastimes as a Rama pastimes, and he was happy boy. And how always in Vrindavan we see with Krishna all surrounded Gopas are there. Even when Nityananda was there as a small boy, everybody was surrounded to him. Everybody loved Nityananda. But when Nityananda left the place, everyone was so sad. So like that, Nityananda is very, very glorious. Nityananda is is the Adi Guru. He is the form of our Guru. So that is why if you need the blessings of Krishna, we need to get the blessings of Lord Nityananda. Through the blessings of Lord Nityananda, you can approach to Lord Krishna. So these are some of the realizations for these verses. I know I have committed a lot of mistakes. Please forgive me. And if there are so many stories I have confused with the stories, please forgive me. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the opportunity. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nityananda Ram ki jai.
Jai Vinita Gandharvika Mataji ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. It was such a beautiful class, and you were saying that you confused us. Rather, I would say that you enlightened us through various stories, and how you picked up. I can see the effort, the hard work you have put behind the entire work, like various verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita, from perfect question, perfect answers, from teachings of Lord Kapila, whatnot. You quoted so many examples and with so many beautiful stories. So it was very, very enlightening class. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. And please bless us so that we can also imbibe some instructions and follow the instructions of our spiritual master. So thank you, Mataji, and could see that love for spiritual master in you, how much, the love you have. So thank you, Mataji. It was a wonderful session. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Gitida Mataji. Thank you so much. It's all coming from all the Bhakti Sangha devotees, Mataji, learning from all of your classes, you, Preeti Mataji, many other speakers coming and teaching us. It's all coming from them. And as you said, it's just blessings of Guru Maharaj. Mataji, thank you so much. Please bless me so that I can continue serve Guru Maharaj, Mataji, and all Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisance. It was a lovely class. Excellent stories, excellent content, and very nicely presented Mataji, as Kirtida Mataji said, it was so evident as you were talking, the amount of sincere preparation you put in, and how much sincere love you have for Guru. That was so evident in the class. Thank you so much, Mataji. It was a very, very well done class. Thank you.
Thank you, Priti Vilasni Mataji, for giving me opportunity to speak. Thank you so much for all the love. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinita Mataji Dandvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. You did such an excellent job. I could just see myself watching the snake charmer and listening to you with so much excitement, and you were so ecstatic. It just takes us right into the pastime. So it was just wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this session with us, and being so enthusiastic. And your love for Krishna is just so apparent by your presentations. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Flavia Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj Mataji, and all glories to you for such a wonderful class, Mataji. You narrated so many pastimes, and obviously serving the Guru is something that we can definitely learn from you, Mataji. You do so many services for Guru Maharaj and for all the disciples also. We are very grateful to you for being here, for sharing this and taking us through this class, and for always serving Srila Guru Maharaj so nicely, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Beautiful class, Mataji.
Mataji, for giving me the opportunity and for beautiful posters that you make for all of us. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I loved the class very much, and all the points and stories and the lessons, and how you narrated about how the Guru was. We should always say the Guru's name before reciting any verse or anything like that. And how you said about the snake charmer, that was also nice. Haridas Thakur and the snake charmer, and how the Guru was testing the disciple. The disciple wasn't faith in the Guru. Thank you very much, Mataji, for the wonderful class.
Thank you, Sudevi, for joining and always encouraging all of us with your chanting and your realization. When you say your realization, we feel that, wow, when will we get that kind of realization? We are so small, but then your realizations are so high. My pranams to you.
No, Mataji, other Mataji's realizations are even higher.
So sweet, Sudevi.
Hare Krishna Mataji. If there is no any question, I can say such an enlightening class and wonderful class. So many lessons to learn, especially whatever you talk about Guru Tattva. And what we don't, we do the offense to the Guru's orders, instructions we don't follow. Very nicely you explain everything in details by the so many examples, story, and everything. So it is very wonderful, Mataji. And this is especially for me. I can see how much love you have towards your Guru you have. And oh my God, it's too much. So I like it, Mataji. And I will learn to follow the instructions of my Guru Maharaj for every time. So thank you, Mataji. So much inspiration for me, Mataji. So I'm so thankful to you, Mataji. Very, very nice. I have no words to say anything about more. So thank you very much, Mataji. If there is no any question or realization, so we can end our class, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji,
Krishna
there are so
Mataji,
many
sorry.
comments, Mataji. Oh, yeah. Anuradha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita
Oh,
Mataji,
okay,
please accept
sorry.
my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Can you hear me, Mataji? I'm sorry, I'm in the kitchen. I'm so much of
Yes,
noise.
Mataji, we can hear you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you so much. I had to leave. Priti Mataji had called, so I had to, for the last part I missed, but thank you so much, Mataji. The best thing I like your class is you laugh, you smile, and you get so absorbed that like you're really enjoying the class, Mataji. Give us your blessings, Mataji, so that when I'm more busy, like how I'm presenting, busy about in my bodily concept, but when you're so absorbed, Mataji, that's one thing that I must learn from you, how to get absorbed in that katha. One thing that you have said that about the Guru's instruction. This morning, Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada was saying the same thing, that there is no difference between Guru's instruction and Krishna's instruction. We must take Guru's instruction as Krishna's because there is no difference. So I was thinking the same thing as you were saying, and I heard it just before your class. So thank you so much for once again reminding Mataji. Very, very overall, very beautiful class, Mataji. Thank you for your association. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Mataji.
Thank you, Anuradha Mataji, always encouraging and giving your association. Thank you so much for the prayers and sweet words. Hari Bol.
I also, Mataji, agree with Anuradha Mataji. Whatever you give the class, it's like a blessing. And even though how you smiling face you just do, so just teach me how to do like that way, Mataji. I don't know anything.
Mataji, I am trained by
so small.
Mataji, Preeti Vilasni Mataji, Induleka Mataji,
all Matajis I know. Everybody's are like that.
This Mataji, you want to learn, you have to approach them, Mataji.
Yeah, that's true, Mataji. So is there anyone, any realization? Please go ahead.
There is no realization, but very nice class. Mataji, very nicely presented. Nityananda, Jai Nityananda, and Jai Madhavendra Puri. Lord Caitanya and Gurudev.
Thank you, Komadiki Mataji, for blessing us. Thank you so much for blessing me. Hare Krishna.
Yes, please always give us this nice, what do you call, not the lecture, but nice nectar.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. You have blessings from your Guru Maharaj, so you can do that.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Only by the blessings of Guru we can do it, Mataji.
Yes, very nice.
Is there anybody?
Mataji, did you read the comments, Mataji? Shall I read it for you?
I read it, Mataji, that's fine.
So once again, thank you very much, Mataji, for your very sweet nectarian class today. And we are very grateful to you. We look forward to your association again in future. Yeah. Hello, Balinda. Love you.
Let me say something.
What do you want to say?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika, Devi, Dasi. I really liked your class and I liked all the stories that you said, and I like how Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda Mahaprabhu is more merciful than Caitanya Mahaprabhu in the Jagai and Madai pastime. That when Jagai and Madai was taking the pot and he hit it to them, and Nityananda was bleeding, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that
என்னோட புது புக் ஷெல்ஃப் மேல அந்த வெல்வெட்ட போட்டு
Madai. But then what happened is then they said no, please forgive them, and then he said to Madai that only if Nityananda forgives, and then Nityananda forgives them. So that's how they became a very, very pure devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. Thank you, Mataji.
Very nice, Vrunda. Very nice. You explain everything about the Jagai and Makai's pastime with Nityanand Prabhu, how he just so merciful. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taking his Sudarshan Chakra start, but Nityanand Prabhu is so merciful that he stopped him. He said, this avatar is not for the taking Shastra, anything. So he is so merciful, Nityanand Prabhu. We see. So that's where when we just do the Guru's, we go follows the Guru's instructions, automatic Krishna will please. Very nice, Vrinda. So good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So we can close the call, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay, so Mataji, if nobody have any question, then we can end our call. Vancha kalpatarubhyashta patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Caitanya Bhagavata Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Her Grace Vinita Gandharvika Devi Dasi Mataji Ki Jai. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Vrinda, you are doing the right thing.
Hare Krishna.
Vrinda, you appear and disappears. How is that?
Yeah, because of the background, Mataji. Because of
Okay.
the background, it appears and disappears.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Want me to do it?
Yeah.
Shall I end the call now, Mataji?
Yeah. I took the host, Mataji. I'm closing. Thank you, everyone.